Hello everybody. You remember that last time we finished talking about the general characteristics of Shakespeare's sonnets on page 109. Now we are going to see two of his sonnets. The first one is Shall I compare thee? Ti posso paragonare? Shall I compare thee? And its theme is youth, especially the youth of Shakespeare's patron, the Earl of Southampton, that you can see in the picture on page 110. In fact, a really handsome and refined young man. And the fact that he is aware, as a poet, of the transience of beauty, the fact that beauty fades, unfortunately. But, like Keats, romantic poet, will say 2 centuries later, that art makes beauty eternal. Art gives immortality. Il fatto che la bellezza, la gioventù possa passare, ma che l'arte possa dare immortalità, eternità alla bellezza, all'attimo fuggente. Quest'attimo fuggente lo può rendere eterno, lo può rendere immortale. Questo ce lo dirà Keats 2 secoli dopo, appunto in Ode on a Grecian Urn, in cui abbiamo più o meno lo stesso concetto. This sonnet closes the sequence on the theme of increase. Quindi questo sonetto chiude la sequenza sul tema della progressione, devoted to the fair youth, quindi devoto, dedicato alla bella giovinezza, and develops the theme of awareness, e quindi sviluppa il tema della coscienza of the transience of beauty. In fact, this is the main idea of the poem. He describes his patron, he describes him as a very handsome person, okay, but he assures him that his youth will never go away because it has been immortalized in this sonnet. Quindi la gioventù del suo giovane e bello mecenate non sparirà mai perché è stato fissato, immortalata in questo sonetto. Okay, I'm going to explain the sonnet more carefully. If you look at the structure, it is the Elizabethan sonnet, right? We have 1, 2, 3 stanzas with 4 lines, okay, so 3 quatrains, and at the end we have a rhyming couplet, right? So it's a bit different, as you remember, from Petrarch's sonnets. Right, I'm going to explain it. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Ti posso paragonare a una giornata d'estate. Remember, thou, tu, soggetto, thee, te, pronome oggetto, thy, tuo, aggettivo possessivo, e thine, il tuo, pronome possessivo. Thou art, tu sei, more lovely and more temperate, tu sei più bello e più, diciamo, hai un temperamento più dolce. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. I venti impetuosi. Questo do nella frase affermativa serve per accentuare il senso. Quindi i venti impetuosi, infatti, scuotono i graziosi boccioli di maggio. And summer's lease è la durata dell'estate, siamo in Inghilterra, hath all too short a date, ha una data troppo breve. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines. qualche volta l'occhio del paradiso brilla in modo troppo torrido, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, e spesso il suo incarnato dorato viene oscurato. This means that suntan, la bronzatura, was not at all fashionable. La bronzatura per molti secoli è stata ritenuta come una caratteristica dei contadini, quindi non dei nobili. And every fair from fair sometimes decline. Ed ogni bellezza dalla bellezza qualche volta declina. By chance of nature's changing course untrimmed. Per caso o perché disadorna dal corso mutevole della natura. That is to say, that a person from young becomes old. Now, verse 9, we have the turning point. That is to say that normally a person should become old, but in this case, because Shakespeare has written about him in this sonnet, he will never grow old and will always stay young. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, ma la tua estate eterna non svanirà. Nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, né perderà il possesso della bellezza che possiedi. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, e nemmeno la morte vanterà che tu cammini nella sua ombra. When in eternal lines to time thou growest, quando nei versi eterni del tempo tu cresci. This means that his youth has become eternal in this poem. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, fin quanto gli uomini possono respirare o gli occhi possono vedere, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Fin quanto questo sonetto vivrà, ti darà vita. And this is the conclusion, of the sonnet dedicated to his patron, the Earl of Southampton. We can see practically, so verse, day, May, temperate, date, shines, declines, dimmed, untrimmed, etc. And the rhyming couplet at the end, see, thee, let's say that the predominant pronoun is thou, thee, and I, Quindi lui dà del tu al suo padrone. He is quite familiar with his patron, Right. The tone, in fact, is very lyrical, and the last verse, so long live this, and this gives life to thee, is made of monosyllables, We only have words with one syllable at the end in the conclusion, Right, I think it is quite clear. I could also explain the poem on page 112 that is dedicated to the poet's lover. Mistress is a lover, è un amante. It is dedicated to a woman, but we have a kind of reversal in style. Abbiamo un'inversione di stile. Normally, love poems dedicated to women see these women as beautiful, with beautiful comparisons. Instead, in this poem, Shakespeare does not see his lover as beautiful, but he admits that he loves her just the same, which makes this poem very human, although very different from the Petrarchan style. So, it is a very unusual way of presenting love in a sonnet. I mean, it's the opposite of what love is generally. My mistress' eyes, gli occhi della mia amante. In the following sonnet, which belongs to the sequence addressed to the dark lady, quindi è la sequenza di sonetti rivolti alla signora oscura, Shakespeare talks about his lover in an unusual way, quindi parla della sua amante in un modo insolito. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Gli occhi della mia amante non sono come il sole. Coral is far more red than her lips red. I coralli sono molto più rossi del rosso delle sue labbra. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. Se la neve è bianca, perché allora il suo seno è senza, diciamo, senza luminosità. If hairs be wires, se i capelli possono essere dei fili, black wires grow on her head, quindi dei fili neri le crescono in testa. I have seen roses damasked, red and white. Ho visto le rose screziate, rosse e bianche, but no such roses see I in her cheeks, ma non vedo questo colore roseo sulle sue guancia. And in some perfumes is there more delight, ed in alcuni profumi c'è più delizia than in the breath that from my mistress reeks, che non nel respiro che esce dalla bocca della mia amante. I love to hear her speak, adoro sentirla parlare, yet, però, well, I know that music has a far more pleasing sound, però so che la musica ha un suono molto più piacevole. I grant I never saw a goddess go. Ammetto che non ho mai visto una dea camminare. My mistress when she walks treads on the ground. La mia amante quando cammina calpesta il suolo. Cammina anche in modo abbastanza pesante per dire questo. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Però, per tutto il cielo, I think my love as rare, penso che il mio amore sia raro, come qualsiasi donna con la quale la si possa falsamente paragonare. Sarebbe il suo amore è raro, la sua donna non è bella, ma non la si può paragonare a nessun'altra. Okay? So you see that there are no compliments, in fact, in this poem. So, my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. I suoi occhi non sono come il sole. Her hair are like black. Her hair is like black wires, okay? So, no such roses I see in her cheeks. I mean, her cheeks are not like roses, etc. So, she is full of, let's say, defaults. She's not perfect, but he loves her more than any other woman. Okay, this is the conclusion, right? The same sun done, red head. Okay, the rhymes and the rhyming couplet at the end. It is quite ironical, in fact, and quite humorous, but it belongs to the psychology of love just the same. Okay, goodbye.